Hello, ladies and gentlemen, HoloTide here, and today I want to talk about what I would do if I was just getting into Marathon. With the new game coming out, I think a lot of people are looking for resources to learn about the old games, to prepare for the new game, and quite honestly, the community around Marathon goes back so far that there's so much information out there. Those three original games are very special. The amount of lore and background and Marathon Infinity is still getting people to come up with crazy theories to this day. And I want to highlight some resources and some content creators that I think you absolutely should check out. So for those who don't know, Marathon is a classic sci-fi FPS trilogy by Bungie, set in the future where humanity's expansion into the stars encounters a hostile alien race. The original games came out in 1994, 1995, and 1996, and unfold aboard the UESC Marathon and nearby worlds, weaving a complex narrative through computer terminals and AI characters. While I do plan on making my own video about the lore of Marathon and the story behind it before the new game launches, I really do want this guy to shine a light on some of the lesser known creators out there and resources. But before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you for everybody that's been supporting the channel recently. We've had a ton of new people subscribe. You can be one of them too. I'm trying to hit 25,000 subs by the end of this year, and you can help me reach that. Make sure you like the video if it helped you, and let's get into it. There are several wikis and fan sites out there that have collected Marathon's rich lore and put it all in one place. You could also consider Reddit to be a source of information. I personally just do not use that platform, but more power to you if you want to go engage with the community there. But there's the Marathon Wiki, Fourpedia. Both of those are community fan-operated wikis that cover the Marathon universe, have articles on factions, technology, story events, terminals, and audio logs, and ARG entries. But the one that I really want to talk about is Marathon's story page, which is marathon.bungie.org/story. This is the original fan site that has a canonical story synopsis from somebody who worked on the games at Bungie, detailed timelines, developer-written summaries. This website, this page, is a must-read and a must-visit. It really does feel like a capsule for time with how it looks, and I don't know, it just brings back such a wave of nostalgia when I see it, back to the even 2000s internet. I mean, this page, this website, literally goes back to 1995, and Hamish has been keeping up to date with it since then. And on the main page, I think it kind of sums up Marathon with a quote from Leela from the UESC Marathon. She's one of the AIs. "There are obviously many things which we do not understand and may never be able to." And quite honestly, that's one of the things I love about Marathon and other sci-fi stories like this is I don't want that sense of mystery to ever go away. In fact, I like it when you get an answer, but it gives you more questions. But you should absolutely check this page out. So for YouTubers, I did a little bit of lore, I did a little bit of PvP focus, only a couple of creators that are super well known, but there's several that have assembled just in-depth lore videos, retrospectives on Marathon. First off, I want to say an extremely underrated YouTuber that I think is going to absolutely blow up with Marathon is Jake the Alright. He has made detailed explained videos on the entire Marathon story, as well as the current one. He follows all the news and reveals. He's led the charge in ARG news and helping solve them. He has quickly shot up my favorite content creator list, and you absolutely need to check him out. His sense of community and how he treats other people is honestly a shining light for how content creators should act. Ghost Virus is the next YouTube channel that I want to bring up, and this channel has a multi-part series that covers Marathon story, philosophy, character motivations. I think that this channel is extremely insightful and an absolute must-watch if you want to get a broader sense of the Marathon world. I honestly think that this is a golden nugget when it comes to YouTube. Now, a couple of content creators that are definitely more well-known, Hidden Xperia. He's got well-produced breakdowns for Marathon. The story and lore of Marathon Explained videos are comprehensive, engaging, and While he may be known more for his Halo content, he absolutely loves the lore and story around Marathon, and he's also a huge extraction shooter gamer. The amount of effort that he puts into his videos is incredible. If you come from the Destiny community, then you probably know Mylan, but he has created a Marathon story and lore for first-time players, kind of an episodic series. And I don't want this to sound like a knock, but the way that he explains the lore is so like simplified that even dumb people like me can understand it. I think it's a talent and a skill that he has that a lot of other people don't. So if he kind of wanted in a bite-sized format, I would go check out Mylan. Another huge channel that I'm going to mention is the Mandalore gaming marathon videos that he's done. The amount of work and effort that he puts into those videos are, second to none, and I absolutely enjoy them. I've actually probably listened to them at least 10 times, either while I'm working or while I'm going to sleep. I put it in the background. Very in-depth, highly recommend, easy to listen to. The next channel is Joku. Relatively small channel, but man, there is so much there. They have in-depth breakdowns of like each level of Marathon. It's absolutely incredible. They're super long videos. Some are longer than 40 minutes, but it's absolutely incredible. Another channel that I want to point out focuses more on art and design, and that is Bond. While they do also have like news videos and detail videos and breakdowns, some of my favorite videos that they have on there is like the art style and graphic language video they have, the Bungie's masterpiece in the making. Definitely go check out that channel. If you're more into the PvP side, Cruiser is a channel that I would suggest to you. Long-time FPS player. He comes from Destiny as well. He knows all about build crafting and theory crafting and maximizing loadouts. One of the best to ever do it, one of the GOATs out there. And the other PvP channel I want to point out is Siege OC. Another person I think is going to blow up with Marathon and do really well. Definitely want to check out their stuff. Next up, I want to talk about like community and forums and stuff like that. And I think engaging with the community is a great way to not only explore fan theories and ask questions to get answers, but to also partake in all these events that are going on, the ARGs. Marathon really is unique with how they're going about marketing the game and bringing back the old schoolness of ARGs and having a community really dive into it. So you can join the official Marathon Discord, although it does get a little bit rowdy in there, but there's a ton of channels. The devs are in there. It's got lore chat, AMAs, news, and stuff like that. But another channel I want to point out, again, is Jake the Alrights. They got the ARG, they got memes, art. He's got it all over there. So I would absolutely check out that channel. And everything will be linked in the comments and the description. Also, if you do want to play the old games, the original trilogy, they are free on Steam. Yes, they have aged a little bit, but, if you're a boomer and you've never played them before, I think you'll feel right at home. It'll be like riding a bike. There's actually a bunch of complex design into it that I feel like games don't really have anymore. So go check that out. So in conclusion, whether you're a newcomer or a returning fan, I think these resources will bring you up to speed on Marathon's deep backstory. You can start with reading summaries on the Marathon story page, watch some lore videos in the background, get into the Discord channels for discussion. Like I said, the original trilogy is free to play. And armed with all this knowledge, you're going to be ready to appreciate every reference and mystery when Marathon actually launches. But that's going to do it for the video. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed, leave a like down below. Make sure you sub to the channel if you haven't already for more Marathon content, and hype the video up. And I will catch you in the next one.